Your very warm welcome to the Japan country session. Today we are here to present the future expansion of R&D function of Japanese manufacturing companies. First, we begin with an introduction of activities of Japanese companies in India and JETRO's initiatives, and then we will specifically showcase the R&D activities of three very well-known Japanese companies, namely Pioneer India Electronics, Fujitsu Research of India Private Limited, and Hitachi India. We hope this session is a fruitful and exciting one. To begin with, I first request His Excellency Honorable Mr. Keiichi Ono, the Ambassador of Japan to India and Bhutan, to come up on the podium and deliver the welcome address. Please, Ono-san.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Konnichiwa, namaskara. Nanu Japan Rariabari Keiichi Ono. I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation to the state of Karnataka for inviting me to the Global Investors Meet Investment Karnataka 2025. It is a great honor for Japan to participate as a partner country following our participation in 2022. Since my arrival in Delhi in late October last year, I have already traveled to 9 states: Maharashtra, Gujarat, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Assam, and Karnataka. And I was struck by the diverse and vibrant local charms of incredible India. I look forward to contributing to further strengthening Japan-India relations. Here, I understand that Karnataka's economic growth from fiscal year 2015 to 24 is estimated to be 11.7%, significantly exceeding the Indian average. Karnataka has achieved high economic growth driven by both the IT and manufacturing sectors, and it received the most FDI among all states in fiscal year 2023. This is my first visit to Bengaluru as the ambassador. I look forward to interacting with many companies, experience the rapid development of the IT industry directly, and fostering future Japan-India cooperation. Esteemed guests, the key to this is investment by the Japanese companies. Currently, there are 528 Japanese company bases in this state. In Bengaluru, renowned Japanese IT and manufacturing companies such as Rakuten, Sony, Fujitsu, Hitachi, and Pioneer have established R&D centers. JETRO Bengaluru is supporting the entry of Japanese startups and facilitating matchmaking between Japanese companies and Indian startups. In manufacturing sector, there are automotive production bases centered around Toyota, as well as high-value-added manufacturing industries such as machine tools. Japanese companies are making vigorous investments. Karnataka State is operating the Tumakuru Industrial Park, one of the Japanese industrial parks, and the Japanese companies are contributing to expanding their presence in this industrial park. The expansion of Japanese small and medium enterprises into India remains a future challenge. We today welcome the signing of the MOU between the state of Karnataka and small and medium enterprises and regional innovation, SMRJ. Small and medium enterprises and regional innovation SMRJ will explain their support measures in the following session. The Embassy of Japan will continue to support the investment of Japanese companies to this state in cooperation with the Consul General of Japan in Bengaluru. Additionally, the Japanese government is providing development cooperation for projects that contribute to strengthening Karnataka's industrial competitiveness and solving urban issues through various ODA projects. These include the construction of the Bengaluru Metro, the development of Bengaluru's water supply and sewerage systems, and the introduction of an advanced traffic information management system in central Bengaluru. The Japanese government is committed to supporting this state's sustainable growth. Ladies and gentlemen, while Japan-India and Japan-Karnataka relations are developing in both political and economic aspects, the key to sustaining bilateral relations in the medium and long term is people-to-people exchanges. We need to significantly advance the expansion of human exchanges between Japan and India. Last August, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Nukaga, visited Bengaluru to meet with IT companies such as Infosys and Wipro to promote Japan-India human resource exchanges. The government of Japan will support this effort. Furthermore, the Japanese government is promoting initiatives to encourage young Indian talents to study in Japan. Karnataka, with its concentration of Japanese-related companies and IT firms, is one of the states in India with a high number of Japanese language learners. 7 higher education institutions offer Japanese language courses, and there are many private Japanese language schools here. We encourage universities in the state to collaborate with Japanese universities and connect with the embassy if they wish to establish academic and student exchanges or Japanese language courses with Japanese universities. We are very happy to support this. Additionally, the number of participants in the TITP, Technical Intern Training Program, and the SSW, Specified Skilled Workers from India, is steadily increasing. And the Japanese feedback has been very, very positive, noting that Indian youth are diligent, cheerful, and enthusiastic. Human resource exchanges between Japan and India is a key to shaping the future and the mutual understanding of both countries. And we look forward to increase in participants from this state. Following this, 3 companies, Pioneer, Fujitsu, and Hitachi, will present their research and development projects in the IT and manufacturing sectors. Please listen to their presentations, and I expect this will lead to further business opportunities for you. In conclusion, I hope that this Investment Karnataka 2025 will lead to increased investment from Japan to Karnataka. ダニャバーダガール、ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Honorable Ambassador Mr. Ono. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Mana Ono from JETRO Bengaluru to present an introduction of Japanese companies' latest activities in Karnataka.
Thank you, Dashimi-san, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Mana Ono, and I'm from JETRO, Bangalore. To begin with, I'll just briefly explain what JETRO stands for. So JETRO is a Japanese trade organization which is under the Ministry of Economics, Trade and Industry. And our mission is to connect Japanese companies with the overseas companies. And in India, we have 5 offices, which is 1 in Delhi, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Chennai. So I have been here for 2 years, and I have been interacting with multiple Japanese companies who are looking for new establishment or new business operations in India. And I also interact with Japanese companies who are already operating in India, and also Indian companies who are looking for chances to expand in Japan. So today's presentation would be introduction of Japanese companies' latest activities in India, and also I'll talk about Karnataka. So these are the overviews for today. So to begin with, I would like to start from a macro view. And this is from a study which JETRO, Japan Chamber of Commerce, and Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry India has conducted, which shows Japan's economical connections and activities in India. It is in 4 sections. So in the investment, for example, Japan is India's 5th largest FDI investors, and we accumulate an FDI equity inflow for 2.5 lakhs crores since year 2000. When we look in the infrastructure, there's another field which Japan is supporting, where approximately 50% of total metro tracks in India in the 6 major Tier 1 cities are funded through the JICA, through the Overseas Development Assistance Loan. And also the high-speed rail connections, which connects Mumbai and Ahmedabad, which is going to launch soon, is also used, the Japanese technology is used, and then it will, 88% of the total financing is provided from Japan. This connectivity will improve the reducing travel time to 2 hours, and it will create 9,000 jobs. Moving on to the manufacturing, Japan has funded 45% of India's dedicated freight corridor track length. And then when we look at the skill development, 3.61 lakh jobs were estimated to be created in startups and IT companies in year 2023. When we look at the number of Japanese companies who have been in India, you can see there's a drastic boom from 2013. And then, of course, during the COVID time, it has decreased a little, but then it's constantly growing. And also, as a member of JETRO, who we always get new inquiries from Japanese companies, we feel that a lot of Japanese companies are very interested and very keen in investing in India. So we believe that this number would increase. So now I would like to move on to the business prospects with the Japanese companies who are operating in India. So JETRO conducts a survey to all the Japanese companies who operates overseas, and we would ask them how is their business, what is their business prospect for the few years. And then this is a slide which explains Japanese companies' profit forecast for year 2024 is on the left hand, year 2023 is on the right hand. And as you see, when you see in the total, there's 65 Japanese companies who answer that their business is profitable. In India, we had 301 companies who replied to our survey, saying that 77% of the 301 companies are profitable in India. And then when we compare this with the data from year 2023, it has increased by 7%. And then the reason towards this is that 76.7% said the demand in the local market has expanded. 37.4 companies answered that they have strengthened their sales team, and 22.7% has said that they have improved production efficiency, sales efficiency, and utilizations. And it's not on this slide, but even when we see the operating profit forecast for 2025, 57.9% of the company answered as increase, and 37.5% of the company answered as remains the same. So this slide would explain the next 1 to 2 year business activities. And then when we again see India, Out of the 309 companies, 80.3% has answered that they would expand in the upcoming 1 to 2 years. And then 19.1% of the companies said that they will remain the same. So we can see how India is a promising country for Japanese companies, and then the high interest from the Japanese companies here. When we look at the reasons, they have answered that 88.7% is that increase of local market demand. And then 25.5% has answered that increase of export is going to happen. And then high acceptability of high-valued products and services is going to happen from 23% of the companies. So this question was which field, which function would they increase within the next 1 to 2 years? And then the column in the middle is the overall. The next column to the right is from the manufacturing companies. And then the most right column is the non-manufacturing companies. So the sales is the function that would be expanded the most with the 70.3%. But then when we look at the expansions from the manufacturing side, more than the production of the general purpose productions, but then the high value added productions would happen with 54.7 companies answering that they would expand their high value added productions in the coming 1 to 2 years. And then of course in the general purpose production, we still have around half that would expand. And then also when we look at the R&D sectors, there's 8.5 non-manufacturing companies that answer that they would expand their R&D field in the 1 to 2 years. But then when we look at the manufacturing, we had 15.4 companies that has answered that they would establish or they would expand R&D facilities here. So I would like to move on to the overview of Japanese companies' activities in Karnataka. So this is a map, the overall map of all 1,400 companies' location in India. And then 85% are located in the 5 major cities, the Delhi, NCR, Haryana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. And then when we look at this state, we have 228 companies who are operational here. And then and also we have 537 offices or locations in Bangalore. I mean, in Karnataka, mostly in Bangalore. I would like to go deep into the area-wise. And then starting from the northwest area, we have the Japan Industrial Township in Tumukuru, which is Finanza Narasapura. And then there we have 4 companies as for now. And then also, of course, Piña is the very traditional industrial region, and we have 6 companies operating there. And Dabaspet and Dottaparabura, we have another few 5 to 10 companies there. Moving on to the northeast area, this is the part where a lot of investment is going from the KIDB side too. And also we have Honda, which is two-wheelers and four-wheelers manufacturers. They have a very large two-wheelers factory in Narasapura. And then also those automotive-related companies are around this areas. And also there are a lot of EU and US-based companies in Whitefield, but then Japanese companies are located more in a different region, which I would explain later, actually in the next slide. So when we look at the southeast area, we have Bidari, and Bidari is where Toyota Kirorosuka is located. And Toyota, obviously, I think everyone might have heard, but one of Japan's largest company. So they have brought their suppliers, and all the supply chains are located in the Bidari area. And also Harohari, there are some companies that supplies to Toyota and then supplies around Bangalore region. And the last, the southwest area, electronic cities in Jigani, there are few machine tool companies operating there. So let me put more focuses and emphasis on the R&D activities by Japanese companies in India and in Karnataka. So we have a lot of Japanese companies who have their R&D bases here. And this is just one example. If we look into more, there would be more names, but then due to the slide size, I just picked some of it. And so, like, for example, from 2011, like Panasonic and Hitachi, which we would have their presentations later on from Hitachi, they established an R&D center here. And then also Fujitsu, they started operation in 2021, but then they have recently expanded their office, which I think Tsuruta-san might mention later on. And then Pioneer, I forgot to mention here, but then Pioneer is also having their base in Gurgaon and in Bangalore. And then the bottom two companies are the most recent companies that I picked it up from the press release or from the local news. One is Hitachi Construction Machinery. They had a lot of emphasis in yesterday's inauguration because they established their R&D center in Hubli, which is still like a region where not many Japanese companies have done their investment. But then now they're in Hubli, and then they're going to develop a common technology for the construction machineries. And yes, and also all kinds of calculation, simulation, and analysis is going to be done in India for the world. And then Takeda, so this news I saw in 15th of January, which is 1 month before, I guess. And so Takeda is one of the largest Japan's biopharmaceutical company. And they said that they have inaugurated the Innovation Capability Center in the Bhartiya City IT Park in Bangalore. And that they're going to target 750 employees by the end of 2025, which is this year. Okay, the last section will be, I'll just briefly go through and how JETRO, how the Japanese government can support the Indian companies to collaborate and get network with the Japanese companies. We have two large schemes. One is called the J-Bridge. So J-Bridge is an open platform for cross-border innovations. And of course, India is one of our important targeting countries. And the focus field will be digital and green. So digital, you can cover almost everything because everything is getting digitalized. So health, mobility, life science, agri-tech, so and so. And also green is like a very important topic for all over the world. So like renewable energies, hydrogen, smart infrastructure, energy conservation. These kind of the focus field is the main target of J-Bridge. So a lot of Japanese corporates and startups and academia who are looking into collaborating with overseas startups, academia, corporates would be registered here. So as of now, we have 2,668 members, and almost half of it is from the large companies. And then also we support the SMEs, so the 30% is from the SMEs. And then when we look at the portfolio for the overseas companies, 40% is from Asia, 19% is from North America, Europe is 17%. And so there are active business interactions in this portal site called J-Bridge. And then so what can this provide you? So first we have a lot of introduction about the Japanese companies. What are they doing? What kind of interactions they're looking for? What kind of innovations they're looking into, which is called the J-Bridge members. And then once you register, your information will also be communicated to the Japanese companies. So then they can connect you, and vice versa, you can also connect them. And so that's going to be the second point, the meetup services with the J-Bridge members. And we have multiple online and in-person events where you can also meet them. And also we will facilitate one-on-one business meetings. And then my last point, the last services we provide for the Indian companies is the Invest Japan, which is, as the name tells, if you're looking for establishing an office or a basis in Japan, we would be the one-stop service. We would provide one-stop services. So this can be split into three. One is the information. So when you decide to come into Japan, you wouldn't know like what kind of entity might be the best, which area might be good, what kind of government or state government support that we have. And so we will give all kind of consultations and also market insights and incorporation, visa, taxation, accounting, human resource management, all the stuff that you need to begin a business will be provided by JETRO. And these will be one-on-one consultation services. And we also have few office spaces in Tokyo, Fukuoka, and some of the main metro cities in Japan. So we would provide the temporary office space. And this would also have a conference room and event space that you can network with the Japanese companies in Japan. And then last will be the networking. We can support you connect with the central government, the local government, business partners, exporters, and also the academias. So through this, we would support you from planning stage to setting up a base, and also once you start off an office or entity, you obviously have to expand, so we would also support in the expanding phase. So thank you very much for listening, and then if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Our email is here, and then you can get more information on the service I have explained through this QR code. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ono-san. Now moving on to the Research and Development Showcase, I would request Mr. Manish Bhasin, VP and Head of India Product Innovation and R&D Center of Pioneer Electronics to please take stage.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Really excited to be here today. Thank you all for your time. And a very special thanks to JETRO for inviting Pioneer to present our story here. My name is Manish Bhasin. I head the Pioneer India Innovation and R&D Center. And I am here to tell our story of how we recently started a new R&D initiative in India, and how this very humble and recent beginning is already starting to show a lot of potential, and it can be a game changer for Pioneer in many ways, and how it's very encouraging for us, and we are doubling down in all our efforts as far as R&D initiatives in India are concerned. Let me start with talking about who we are, give you some context. Many people may not be aware of who Pioneer is and where we are coming from. Pioneer was founded in 1938, almost 87 years ago, so it's a very old company. It was founded by a gentleman called Nozomu Matsumoto, who actually designed the world's first dynamic high-fidelity speaker. So it started as an audio company, And then it really expanded and diversified from there into many areas, including home, audio, entertainment, TVs, CD players, DVD players back in those days, mobility, including car audio, entertainment, even professional solutions like DJ and so on and so forth. As you can see, it has stood the test of time. We've been around for 87 years, underwent many, many transformations around the globe. Now, in our most recent transformation initiatives, we decided to aggressively expand in emerging markets, including our R&D, manufacturing, and business activities, and that's what brought us to India. About 2 years ago, our leadership decided to expand and set up an R&D facility in India, leveraging the local talent right here in Bengaluru, of course, and across the length and breadth of India. And that's where the story of R&D initiative started for Pioneer. We've been, like I said, a very diversified company, but in the most recent transformation in the last few years, Pioneer really divested and shed many of its legacy home businesses, professional audio businesses, and so on, and really from a diversified company got laser focused on mobility as a segment. And our focus is to create now new mobility experiences for passenger cars, two-wheelers. Of course, if we are in India, we have to talk about two-wheelers, about commercial vehicles, even mobility enterprises like insurance, fleets, ride-sharing, anything that moves. We are doing some cutting-edge R&D work and delivering new experiences for that segment. So that's who we are now. That's why we exist, to bring about new mobility experiences to the world. Pioneer has not been a stranger to new experiences or bringing industry first. Just a quick look at our history. Back in 1975, I'm focusing just on the mobility segment. Pioneer was the first company who kind of developed the very first car stereo with a cassette player. Imagine, exactly 50 years ago. We did the world's first car CD player, the world's first GPS-based car navigation system, something that we are so used to nowadays. We did this back in 1990, and Pioneer was really the pioneer in this technology back then. Thank you so much. We did the world's first car audio product with an OLED display, also the first product with a touch screen, again, something that we are so used to now. Pioneer was doing this, 25 years ago. We did the first car navigation system with augmented reality. People, I'm sure now know what augmented reality can do, but back in those days, this was really a new thing. And last but not the least, we did the world's first Apple CarPlay integrated aftermarket system. Even before the car, automotive OEMs actually started to bring Apple CarPlay into cars, we were the ones bringing this in aftermarket solutions to the industry. So, and of course, the Pioneer India R&D initiative intends to carry that legacy forward. If I just quickly give you a sense of our how we are organized, you see our major business lines on this on the screen. On one side, we have two of our legacy businesses, which is our IVI and digital cockpit business that's also undergoing many new transformations now, and our sound business, kind of our more legacy and mature businesses that we do. And then on the right, you see mobility, AI, and automotive enterprise business, which is where we focused on new cutting edge technologies, cameras, vision AI, telemetry, telematics, and also working with companies like insurance and fleet, bringing really new cutting edge innovations to the market. Over the years, we've been proud to be associated with many global, and of course Japanese automotive brands of delivering OEM sound solutions as well as infotainment solutions to the market. Right? So this is who we are now. I will maybe switch topics a little bit and talk about what we are doing here in India, like why India, why Bengaluru, right? If I give you a little bit of a landscape view, Pioneer, of course, has a very large R&D in its home market, which is Japan. We have a huge R&D base. Some very cutting-edge work has been happening there for many decades now. Some satellite R&D offices in US, Europe, and of course, very, very large manufacturing facilities in Japan, many other countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and so on and so forth. Just to give you a sense of the scale, we manufactured more than about 4 crore speakers last year, more than 1 crore infotainment systems. So that's, 1 crore cars getting installed with Pioneer systems in just 1 year, right? And amidst all this, when our leadership and our board decided to kind of globalize some of these efforts even further, India was kind of a natural choice and was on top of the list for various reasons, and I'll talk about those in my next slide, which is basically a reflection of our R&D strategy in India, really what we are doing. The first pillar, no prizes for guessing, is talent. Right? We are focused on the mobility segment. The car is a very complex technological machine. If I again put things in perspective, I don't know if you can guess the number of lines of source code from a software point of view that run in a modern technology car today. Maybe I'll share a number with you. It's about 100 million lines of source code. Do you know how many lines of source code a Boeing 787 Dreamliner has? Just about 17 million. So 6 times the software lines of code and complexity in a modern day car. Of course, that's just software. On a hardware side, many, some cars come with as many as 100 electronic control units and a very complex ecosystem of sensors and machines driving the entire experience. So whatever innovation we do, talent has to be on top of our mind, and there is no better place in India and actually the world. If you want to find world-class talent across the ecosystem, including hardware, embedded systems, software, user experience design, quality assurance, and the entire value chain. If one place comes to mind, that place is Bengaluru. So that's why we are here. That's the first strategic pillar that we have. The second is diversification. It's kind of closely related. Like I mentioned briefly earlier, we are also trying to expand into new age technologies. Mobility, AI is a core theme for us. So when we think of AI, we think of how we can bring more safety to the cars and motorbikes of tomorrow, leveraging cameras, sensors, vision AI, and in general, bringing an ecosystem of sensors together. And again, we intend to pursue those R&D activities in India and already doing so. Third, of course, is manufacturing. Again, the manufacturing ecosystem in India has been really encouraging, and the growth of it was kind of clear to our leadership globally. And if we are doing R&D in India, it makes sense to also expand our manufacturing base in India as well. Last but not the least, India is a big market, and we are excited to be participating and collaborating with many automotive OEMs in India and exploring many new opportunities. Right? Let me talk about just a few of our accomplishments so far. This R&D initiative started just about 1.5 years ago when our global group CEO, Yahara-san, visited India and announced, along with our global leadership team, that we are expanding here. Just in 18 months, we have been able to achieve some really, really cool things. And I'm not sharing these to market pioneer, that's not the intention, but these are like proof points of really what potential we see and what Bengaluru and India as a whole offers to companies like Pioneer and other global companies. Right? When we started, we really started from ground zero. We started hiring a bunch of talented people, setting up R&D facilities right here in Bengaluru in Manyata Tech Park. We have a small R&D facility in Gurugram also, and started to think about really what we should do. And in line with our strategy, we initially started with cameras and vision AI to improve the safety and bring about efficiency in ecosystems like insurance for the automotive market. So you see a bunch of camera products here that we launched within the first 12 months of our setting up an office here. So you can imagine just setting up a facility, building up the team, driving the entire infrastructure ecosystem together, along with that building products and delivering. We're very proud of that achievement, and this is not just for the India market. As you can also see, we are proudly now selling some of these products in India, but at the same time we have already started selling in Australia, New Zealand. Just next month we are going to expand into the Middle East market, in some Southeast Asian markets like Malaysia, and in the next fiscal year we are aiming for US and some more advanced markets with products designed, developed, and also in some cases manufactured in India in this very, very short span of time. And along with that, we also, of course, leverage the best practices from our Japan R&D team. They've been doing this for many, many decades, much longer than us, to be honest, and we of course have a lot of things to learn from them. And we co-created some products with them for the Japan market, and these are also already selling and doing very well in the Japan market as well. So just one example of what we created so far. I'll keep going in the interest of time. There is, we are talking about India. Again, we cannot skip the two-wheeler segment. That's a very important mobility segment. Of course, more than 2 crore two-wheelers, I think, sold in India just last year. And our endeavor is to really bring some new innovations to the two-wheeler industry, also bring similar driver assistant experiences that you get in the modern cars today, and of course at a price point that a two-wheeler owner can afford, and also the kind of experience that is needed for two-wheeler mobility. These are some of our offerings that we are working on as we speak, like a new innovative navigation and driver assistance solution for the two-wheeler market. I'm not at liberty to share names, but we are working with some really big industry players on this, and working to launch this again later this year. Our camera expertise and innovations will extend to the two-wheeler space as well. And we are doing this both from a business perspective in the aftermarket segment, as well as in the OE line fit segment also. And I would maybe take one example of our AI initiatives. The picture that you see on your screen is actually a very interesting initiative that we started recently. Our cameras, when they are installed in the car, can essentially detect or sense if there has been an accident and capture the footage of that accident, send it to our AI solution. What this AI solution would do is analyze that video all automatic without any human intervention, analyze that video and really create a report of what happened, where it happened, how it happened, a minute by minute or a time-stamped journey of really how this accident happened, what was the root cause, which party was kind of at fault, and creates a very comprehensive report with, of course, a summary and recommendation. Now, you imagine if there is a global automotive insurance company which has maybe many millions or even hundreds of millions of subscribers in some cases, has to process thousands of claims every day. If they have to do this all manually versus we simply leverage an AI solution and automate some of that, can bring a lot of operational efficiency to industries like those. So this is our enterprise, mobility enterprises work in the areas of insurance, fleets, ride sharing, and so on and so forth. With this, some of our OEM product initiatives are also taking shape. Again, some in the camera segment, some in connectivity and AI as well. We will have more announcements on these with some more concrete thoughts and numbers as we go along. And last but not the least, we realize that we cannot do this all alone. Like, we need partners, we need an ecosystem of industry players, and it is the responsibility and mandate for this R&D team in India to also collaborate with both international global technology players and with technology and manufacturing partners in India to bring about these innovations. So these are just a couple of examples. We partnered with Microsoft in the area of AI. There is something called a Florence to Vision Foundation model. So this is what helps us analyze all the videos and images that we collect during our drive, and again use that to make drives safer and make industries more efficient. And then we are also working very closely with HERE Technologies, a very kind of a leader in the global navigation and map technology space, to bring about some very unique innovations for the India market, especially for the two-wheeler segment. These are all partnerships that we have announced in the last few months, among others. And last but not the least, our manufacturing and EMS partnerships. We don't have our own manufacturing base in India yet. Of course, that takes much longer to set up. But at the same time, we do realize the importance of Make in India. We are, you see some of the products on your screen where we are doing these products, designing in India, manufacturing in India, for India and for global markets. And you see some examples there, right from US to Europe to Japan and even the African Union. So lots of activities, very hectic, very exciting. 1.5 years it has been, and we are, as I come to a close, we are essentially co-creating the future of mobility in our own ways, leveraging the Indian ecosystem and the talent pool that is available here, and really doubling down on our R&D's investments. It has been very encouraging. And before I end, I must say this is just the beginning for us. This is our story, and we are just getting started in India. And we really appreciate all the support that we get from organizations like JETRO and the entire ecosystem around us. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and thank you for patient listening.
Thank you very much, Manish-san. Next, I request Mr. Toru Tsuruta, COO of Fujitsu Research of India Private Limited, to make his presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your introducing me. I'm Toru Tsuruta, CEO of Fujitsu Research of India. Next. This is agenda. First is FRI company overview. Next, R&D activities. First is company activity. I would like to start by showing Global Fujitsu Research Group. We are expanding R&D activities globally to strengthen capability in focusing technology areas. We have R&D subsidiaries in US, China, and Europe. Fujitsu Research of India was established in 2022 as the fourth R&D subsidiary of Fujitsu Research Group. This is background of establishment is strengthen software technology R&D capabilities in our 5 key technology areas. Purpose of establishment first, accelerating joint research with Indian Research Institute. And second is continuously hire exceptional talent from India. Third is contribute to the resolution of global social issues through established cutting-edge technologies. Initially, FRIPL was founded with a focus on AI and quantum computing. Since then, the R&D area has continued to expand to processor, security, network, and Linux server. Therefore, our company currently has about 400 employees. We are growing rapidly with talented researchers in India and accelerating joint research with top Indian institutions like IIT, IISc, IIIT to tackle global challenges. This shows that India has become an important base for Fujitsu Limited to strengthen software technology R&D capabilities. Next, I explain the leveraging highly skilled talent in India. There are 3 points. The first is hiring outstanding talent. We place importance on hiring excellent heads. They have the ability to play an active role and wide range of fields, from recruitment to development of researchers and teams. Second is global career development. Once employees start their career at my company, career opportunities are open to them across all Fujitsu research worldwide. Between US and India, researchers' short-term exchange program has started. This program is planning to be expanded across the worldwide. The third is hiring from top universities. The method shown here used to achieve recruitment result. Lateral hiring comes from these companies, and campus hiring comes from IIT, IISc, IIIT. We are attracting students who aim at cutting-edge research and development. Next, my R&D activities. First is AI Lab. We are one of the global Fujitsu research group on AI research. It has a strength of 35 members, target outside Japan, largest outside Japan, with almost all of them from top-tier universities and global companies. It has filed 15 patents and published 20 papers in top AI conferences and journals. Members of the labs collaborate closely with top academic institutes in India and other global research team of Fujitsu Research in advancing the AI technologies. Our research work spans across multiple technology areas, which include point cloud, graph AI, temporal data learning, generative AI, multimodal, generative AI, etc. よいしょ。あれ？あ、動かない。あ、あれ？ Okay, okay. We are also working to push the boundaries of generative AI. They innovated the log-based system by combining it with knowledge graph to come with industry-beating performance in several tasks using large language model. This includes question answer with text data, text and tabular data, text plus image data, etc. Oh, next, AI security. Large language models are trained on vast amount of text from the internet. Since this data can sometimes include toxic or harmful content, it's important to align LLMs with human values. We do this by adding safeguards to prevent the model from generating harmful responses. However, in jailbreak mode, some users try to bypass these safeguards to make the model procedure dangerous or unethical content. For example, in normal mode, the model refuses to answer a harmful question. But in jailbreak mode, the model might be tricked into responding inappropriately. Our vision is to establish ourselves an innovation hub in AI security. We aim to build a scalable society framework that can adapt as AI technology evolves. We are taking a sophisticated approach to address AI jailbreakings, enhancing the security of AI systems against potential misuse. By making data-driven decisions, we strive to improve efficiency and achieve cost savings, positioning ourselves as leaders in the industry. Ultimately, this approach will give us a strong competitive advantage in the growing field of AI security. Next is quantum computing lab. It has a strength of 13 members with almost all of them from top-tier universities, include 4 PhDs. They are very diverse, young and talented team. We are responsible for solving the important problem of improving accuracy degradation caused by errors. We are actively pursuing patent application and submission of papers. And regarding external collaboration, we are conducting joint research with universities, set up joint research agreement with IISc Bengaluru. Engaging with Government of India on few pathways for quantum ecosystem development. Last is Monaka Software R&D Unit. We introduced Fujitsu Monaka. It's a 2-nanometer ARM-based CPU designed especially for data centers to be delivered in 2027 fiscal year. I'm not going to go into the details of each features, but I would like to emphasize that this is being achieved with our 80 years of continuous contribution to HPC. Fujitsu Monaka is energy efficient CPU with a heritage of HPC, delivering 4 key values on the right-hand side of the picture. Fujitsu Monaka's key features and goals are powered by a highly optimized software stack. We have contributed over 60 software enhancements to 10 OSS communities. As the software stack is open source based, our teams is contributing to multiple OSS communities to enhance and accelerate the ARM ecosystem. Also, Fujitsu has collaborated with other communities such as UXL, ARM, and Linaro. We are dedicated towards new research in the area of HPC AI as well. And in respect to this, we have signed on an MOU with Computational Data Science Department of IISc. With Fujitsu Monaka, we can solve numerous HPC AI problems for data centers and also contribute to the society by solving social issues and cutting down on carbon footprint. Therefore, the development of such compute infrastructures helps us to build a sustainable digital world. Finally, with such our rapid growth, we relocated our head office in January 2025, last month. We will continue to foster growth and expansion of our R&D Innovation Center in India. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Dhanyawad. ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Tsuruta-san. Moving on to our next research and development showcase, we have a presentation by Hitachi India, but due to unforeseen circumstances, Dr. Kingshuk Banerjee, Director and Head of R&D Center, Hitachi India, could not be here with us, and hence he has sent us a video now. Can we please play the video?
Hello, this is Kingshuk. I lead the Research and Development Center for Hitachi India, and we are headquartered here in Bangalore, Karnataka. It is an honor and privilege to share with you some of our interesting stuff that we are doing here in our R&D center and our plans and programs to expand in India. Hitachi in India is fully engaged and is expanding. Hitachi is founded in 1910, So it's a 100-year-old company. And this picture that you see here, the reason that I included here is this picture exactly embodies the spirit that I see across India every day, the spirit of innovation. In 1910, in Japan, there used to be generators for hydropower and all. Majority of them, they used to come from Siemens, GE, from US, Germany, Europe, all over. And here is our founder, Odaira-san. He had a burning desire to do something absolutely fundamental, transformative, made in Japan, for Japan, a spirit that I can fully resonate with when I see today's India. Hitachi is an $80 billion company, some 300,000 employees all over, and innovation centers and business across the world, US, Europe, Japan, China, here India, APAC, all over. But the most interesting thing, at the heart of all these $80 billion revenue operations, at least 4 to 5% every year of that revenue, we invest in R&D, the next generation innovation. It is my pleasure to inform that India plays a very key role in that next generation technology creation for Hitachi. Hitachi is in technology for more than 100 years, cutting edge technology. Initially, it was more about electrical engineering and stuff like that, then more about IT, the computer science, and of course, artificial intelligence today. It drives social innovation business today using data and technology big time. It is our mission to create a sustainable society. Hitachi is in India since 1935. As you can see here, right from the table fan to train technologies to the fintech transformation, SBI, Hitachi Payments, we work very closely with State Bank of India for inclusiveness in Indian society. The railways, the energy, the power transmission. So it's been a journey indeed. So with 38,000 employee strength in India alone, I can only say and reiterate that we are fully committed to India's growth. The group companies that you see here all over India's map, and there in Bangalore, you can see a whole bunch of them. But of course, the laurel in the crown here is the R&D headquarters right across here in World Trade Center in Malleshwar. Hitachi R&D plays a key role in the global innovation network. As you see here, we have centers all over again. You know, in Japan, 3 of our centers, we have in Santa Clara, in Michigan, the Detroit, Michigan, the Auto Hub. We have a whole bunch in Europe, in China, Singapore, and of course here in India. And you see the India Center, we work very closely on artificial intelligence initiatives throughout the world, working hand in hand, in tandem with Santa Clara and the Europe and Japan, but big time on making things smarter, more intelligent, interconnected, and instrumented. The India Center takes special pride in bringing the latest and greatest of digital technology that's embedded in the devices. And we plan to expand and impact more of our clients here in India using our native capabilities. So there is a plan for significant expansion, and that expansion is fueled by 2 important drivers. One is the global support, global engineering support for other R&D centers, working very closely with them. And of course, the local business, our own business, very dear to our heart. Energy, mobility, from wildfire prediction right up to the fleet optimization at the city level, at the enterprise level, the battery operations, the energy grid, the microgrids that are coming up more and more going forward, the railway signaling systems, we tend to create a positive impact. For example, if you see here, there is a smart city program that we are working on, and it is based on augmented reality, virtual reality. You can look at every nook and corner of the city or of a building or of a complex, sitting basically leveraging your handheld. You can zoom in and you can see what's going on. That is one-way reporting. The other part of it, how do you go and impact that corner turning on a certain device remotely? So that is the two-way impact, which is something extremely helpful using technologies like metaverse. We are already using it in some of our plants in Japan, and we are trying to bring it over here and then cross-leverage it in other industries. So the corporate social responsibility, as you see here, we are fully committed to it, and we plan to continue it and expand it further, no questions asked. It is our responsibility to Indian society. Industry academia partnerships is the other one, where we do a lot of stuff. All the universities, we could not list all of them because of the real estate space problem, but the truth is that we work with a huge spectrum of Indian universities here for the next generation. Thank you very much. I hope that we get to continue working in a big way in Karnataka with your government, and we absolutely stay committed to the growth and development here in India. We believe the social innovation is for good, and we want to power that good. Thank you.
So this was our last R&D showcase. But now, as a final talk, we would like to introduce everyone to the Organization for Small and Medium Enterprises and Regional Innovation of Japan, SMRJ. I request Mr. Satoshi Uchida, Director of Marketing Support Department of SMRJ Japan, to kindly speak.
So thank you very much for inviting Karnataka Investment Karnataka's 2025 Japan sessions. I am Uchida's Director of Matching Support Divisions from SMRJ. SMRJ is a Japanese government organization. So today, I would like to introduce variables program for the Karnataka company to enhance the business development. We receive many consultations from companies who wish to expanding into Karnataka. In order to support the Japanese company expanding into Karnataka, we create business sheets and opportunities to achieve the investment and expansions. We introduce a CEO business meeting for the Karnataka companies. I will explain the outlines of the SMRJ briefly. So SMRJ has been supporting 3.5 million SMEs as a Japanese government organizations. SMRJ has a 15 locations throughout Japan, including the venture facilities. SMRJ conduct comprehensive support for the SME in Japan. So this is our support menus. We raise and run the fund for the startup. Currently, SMRJ invests in approximately 10,000 companies towards the venture capitals. 20% of the IPO companies in Japan are invested by SMRJs. So, and SMRJ has 29 incubation facilities around many universities in Japan. SMRJ is the largest startup support organization in Japan. Then we provide support for the sales channel and overseas expansions. Currently, we are supporting 13,000 companies for the market development and 10,000 companies for the overseas expansions. Next, I would like to focus on the CEO business meeting for the Karnataka companies. So this is an overview of the CEO business meetings. The purpose of the meeting is to create new value and business development. The meeting focuses on collaboration of the creating new product and service, establish on joint ventures and technical cooperations, not only on buying and selling the merchandise. I explain the result of the CEO business meeting at the bottom of this page. 2023, we arranged 642 business meetings. Last year's 2024, we arranged 1,000 business meetings. And this year, 2025, we are going to make 3,000 business meetings. Rate of successfully meeting is 86%. Those are high level and high quality business meetings. Why can we achieve the result? The key point is that those business meetings start with overseas company registering their needs. SMRJ will search for the most suitable Japanese companies. Then SMRJ arrange the business meetings. So this is the target of the participant. The first one, the trading companies. They are smoothing the collaboration of the business development between the Karnataka and Japan. Second one, a company seeking distributor agreement with the Japanese companies. Third one, a company interested in product development with the Japanese technologies. Fourth one, a company interested in adding values like business development or technical collaborations. So fifth one, a company seeking to establish joint ventures with Japanese companies. So large company and startup are also welcome to participate. Karnataka company only wish to sell to Japan are not eligible to participate in the CEO business meetings. So this is a benefit of the CEO business meetings. First one, Karnataka company can register their needs. SMRJ find suitable partners. Second one, so Karnataka company can make negotiations directly with the decision maker of the Japanese companies. Third one, all participating Japanese companies are carefully selected by SMRJ, the Japanese government organizations. So overseas company, Karnataka company can have smooth negotiations. Fifth one, SMRJ provide interpreting service. Fifth one, we conduct business meetings on face-to-face and online. In these programs, if Karnataka companies have scheduled many business meetings with Japanese company, example 10 to 15 business meetings, SMRJ covers expense of the travel to Japan and provide accommodation fees for the Karnataka companies. Last one, for the overseas company and counterpart organizations like government Karnataka's, all Chamber of Commerce in Karnataka's, and VCIC, Bengaluru Chamber of Industry and Commerce, there is no cost to participate in these programs. So this is the schedule of the CEO Business Meeting 2025. We conduct two types of the CEO business meetings. One is a sector's CEO business meeting. The other is a bilateral country CEO business meetings. In the sector's CEO business meetings, overseas companies from all over the world participate. First one, upper line, is an innovative industry CEO business meeting be held in the next June. The target sector is aerospace, defense, robotics, industrial machines, ITs, AI, factory automation, EV sectors. Second one, we hold medical CEO business meeting be held in the next August. Third one, we hold ecotech CEO business meeting be held in the October. The target sector of the ecotech CEO business meeting is new energies, energy-saving machines, and new material, urban development, and decarbonization sectors. This year, Japanese government is going to conduct Osaka Kansai Expo, the great exhibition of the world of the industries of all nations from April to October. We conduct the CEO business meeting on face-to-face in Osaka region and also the online each meetings. During the expo, we are going to invite many Karnataka companies to Japan by our budget. So this is a summary of the bilateral CEO business meeting with VCIC be held in this on October this year. 36 companies participated by recommending of the VCIC and the SMRJ arranged 120 business meeting with 76 Japanese companies. We invite Bengaluru company who wish to make a collaboration with a Japanese company to Japan's business meeting be held in the Tokyo and online. Those meetings create many deals. So I would like to upcoming events of the Karnataka companies. Next, I will implement the Karnataka CEO business meeting from May 19th in Osaka regions. 12 companies in semiconductors, industrial equipment, robotics sectors from Karnataka's recommending by VCICs will be participating in the CEO business meeting. And also, we will conduct innovative CEO business meeting from the end of June in Osaka. Now, 14 companies in aerospace sectors from Karnataka will participate in the CEO business meeting, and another 10 Indian companies in aerospace sectors join the meetings. We are looking for the participants of Karnataka companies in the CEO business meeting be held in this year. I would like to explain how to apply for the CEO business meetings. So we are currently recruiting for the holding the 3 business meetings, innovative, ecotech, medicals. Applicants are required to submit application forms. Deadline for the application form for the innovative CEO business meeting is end of this February. Medical CEO business meeting is end of March, and the ecotech CEO business meeting end of May. There is no cost to join the CEO business meeting. During the expo, SMRJ conduct 10,000 business matching as a Japanese organization. We are going to invite many Karnataka companies to Japan for the business matchings by our budget. If you are interested in the participating, please contact VCIC or SMRJ at the contact information below. We will send you everybody's application forms immediately. And also, SMRJ and VCIC have plans of delegation to Japan for the CEO business meeting during the expo around this August. Participants can enjoy the business meeting and visit the expo. We, SMRJ, provides expo ticket for the participant of the CEO business meetings. Before long, SMRJ and VCIC will hold the seminars, expo delegations. The target audience of these seminars is all chambers of commerce in Karnataka and all related associations in Karnataka, then Karnataka companies. Thank you for listening to the explanations of the SMRJ support menu. We hope those projects will deepen the economic exchange between Karnataka and Japan. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Uchida-san. Lastly, I would request Mr. Toshihiro Mizutani to kindly give the closing remarks.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your participation in Japan session today. I'm Mizutani Toshihiro of JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization. I would like to thank His Excellency Mr. Ono Keiichi, Ambassador of Japan to India and Bhutan, Mr. Manish Bhasin, Vice President of Pioneer Electronics, Mr. Tsuruta Toru, COO, Fujitsu Research of India, Mr. Kingshuk Banerjee, Director and Head of R&D Center, Hitachi India, and Mr. Uchida Satoshi, Director of SMRJ Japan. We would like to thank especially for 3 Japanese companies to explain each of their cutting-edge initiatives in India. I believe it's becoming a very fruitful session for participants who came here today, and I hope you could learn about the latest developments of Japanese companies' R&D function in India. As you know, a lot of Japanese companies are currently expanding investment to India to acquire India's powerful market. At present, the automobile and motorcycle sectors are the main driving force for Japanese companies' business expansions. For example, TKM, Toyota Kirloskar Motor, is currently setting up for a 3rd factory in Bidadi area, and also TKM announced to build 4th factory in Maharashtra state last year. Based on those investments done by Japanese manufacturing sectors, we can also see a clear trend of building up new R&D base in Karnataka, and new GCC policy announced by state government last November is accelerating those trends. Bengaluru boasts India's biggest innovation hub and accounts for 40% of whole India's IT exports. In addition, 40% of India's unicorns are Bangalore-based, and 47% of startup funds raised in India come from Bangalore area. Under these backgrounds, Bangalore is becoming #1 source of IT engineers among India and attracting a lot of international companies. I believe Bangalore will continue to be the most attractive and highly competitive place for Japanese companies looking for further cutting-edge innovations. With such a good momentum for Japanese companies, JETRO would like to continue to support business activities for Japanese companies in India. Specifically, as Japanese government organizations, we would like to encourage Japanese companies' activities like creating more business networking opportunities between India and Japan, and also we would like to provide support and always be company's side when some issues or problems happen in Japanese companies. Again, we appreciate your participation today. Now it concludes Japan session today. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。
Thank you, everybody. This brings us to the end of the session today. Thank you for being such a kind audience. Have a great evening ahead. Thank you.